NBA and beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. Well, Greg, we're in the final stages of the regular season. For teams that are on the outside looking in, what are these final games like?
You have to continue to play hard because GMs are watching these games, seeing who packs it in and who continues to grind. So your future is at stake.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Morris and Beal are the guards. Daniel Gafford is out there with Porzingis, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And for Orlando, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. And it's Fultz in at the point. And it's Banchero missing. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Washington.
You know, over the last couple seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. 5 to shoot. For the screen on Fultz. Morris, no good. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
Now here's Porzingis. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go.
Kristaps on the inside that time doing some damage.
1:44 left in the first. Here's Fultz. The Magic again can't hit. Beal against Wagner. And Beal kicks to Morris. The pass to Gafford. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Anthony's checked in for Fultz. And a switcher also for Washington. Avdia's checked in. Harris outside. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. On the clock. Shots over Avdia. The Magic again can't hit.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Beal. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Beal finds a way to the bucket. How'd he do that?
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
for the Magic. Bowl, he's checked in for Banchero. Okeke comes in for Franz Wagner. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Harris. Then for the Wizards, Kispert comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Wright in for Monte Morris. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Anthony. Over Wright. Anthony can't hit. Wizards leading by 6. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Beal deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wright. Lets it go with a 3. No good. Shot missing. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Wizards lead by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. They've got Wright, Avdia out there with Porzingis. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Kispert in at the 3 spot. Beal can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 6.
And the Magic have been one of the league's worst offenses in recent years. In fact, it's been over a decade since they've been average in that regard. Drafting a ready-made weapon in Paolo Banchero, they hope can help them take a step in the right direction.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. Here's Wright after the made shot from Cole Anthony. Now here's Beal. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Just 4 to shoot. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Avdia can't hit. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it's Kispert in the corner. Now, Avdia. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for Washington, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Kendrick Nunn comes in for Bradley Beal. And Morris subbed in for DeLon Wright. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. 6 on the shot clock. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Avdia. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards. Fultz with the ball. He's coming off a 25-point game against Utah.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Now Kispert following Franz Wagner's 3-point attempt. Now here's Kispert. Defense is right there. For the screen on Fultz. Crafty move. Morris, no good. The Magic trail by 6.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Wagner as screen on Morris. Back to Wagner for the 3. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Wagner's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Washington out in front, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hi, folks. It's shaping up to be a good second half as we've seen the Orlando Magic trying to take control of this game.
Their shooting has been bad, like Kenny's wardrobe bad. They need to be smarter offensively, run through the plays until you get good looks.
I'm not even going to touch that one. I'm going to let it go.
And now, let's take a second here to look at what's ahead on the schedule.
And that game against the Hawks, this one is a coin flip, a 50-50 game on paper. Pretty even talent-wise. It's going to come down to execution.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I'll be watching on my tablet.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to them?
And it's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
At the forward positions, it's Wagner and Banchero. Harris is out there with Fultz, and it's Carter in at the 5 spot. This is out there for Orlando. Now, here's Fultz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 on the clock. Here's Banchero. Porzingis with the block.
And Porzingis showing some of those signs from early on in his career.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Great athleticism. Bradley Beal with his steps down and rams it.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Morris passes to Porzingis. Now Gafford passes it to Beal. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
And the Magic making a change here. Schofield's checked in. GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring load, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. First free throw is good. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
Good on both.
And something about Franz Wagner, a model of consistency. As soon as he came into the league, you know what you'll get from him every night.
Now here's Beal. He's got 7. It's good. Gafford's got the lead up to 8 now for Washington.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And there's the pass to Schofield. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 3 assists tonight. And with Wagner, he'll be a bigger part of this team as he grows.
Kevin, and he'll be able to contribute without being a focal point. It has a game that can blend with any other group on the floor. As his confidence grows, he'll continue to make a larger impact.
Now here's Porzingis. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Kuzma against Carter. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wright's got his first basket. Harris against Beal. Carter with a screen on Beal. Pass to Fultz. Over Wright. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And so it's Washington bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So on the floor for Washington, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Avdia. Then there's Kispert. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Nunn in at the 2. Now here's Fultz. Right at the free throw line. Here's Suggs. Offensive rebound to the left wing. And here's Banchero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another shot. He lays it in.
And for a big man, Banchero has a rare mix of moves. I mean, this guy can cross up defenders. He blows by people. Terrific handle for a guy that big.
Now, here's Avdia. Here's Nunn. Out to the right wing. Here's Kuzma. Here's Avdia. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Wagner a screen on Nunn. And it's Suggs missing. Washington leading now by 7. Avdia with a screen for Kuzma. 1:31 left to play in the final quarter. Kuzma with a screen on Fultz. A 3 from Morris. Rebound by the Magic. Now, here's Suggs. Wagner a screen on Morris. Good on the 3-point shot.
And no question, Suggs has proven that he is a big shot maker already for the moment.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They lead by 4. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
for the Magic. Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Harris comes in for Jalen Suggs. And Anthony subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Wizards. Bradley Beal comes in for Kendrick Nunn. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I had a chance to find out what Wes Unseld Jr. discussed with his players. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Beal. It's stolen by Carter. Wagner outside. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Carter with a screen on Morris. Here's Anthony. That one, no good. And Washington the other way now. And that's an intentional foul. And Washington has possession. 4-point game. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Bradley Beal. At the line for two.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Bradley Beal has been one of the most consistent scorers in the game year after year. He is an offensive machine.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. 34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Your 407 man speed.
Seconds left in the game. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Washington calls timeout. They're up by 4. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Zinkas is checked in for Washington. And so they choose to intentionally foul. That's the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 6. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Here they are, the 407. Always delivering outstanding entertainment. One more time, let's hear it for the 407 dance team.
Wagner finds Anthony. From past the arc, count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point.
Monte Morris, 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And it's Banchero missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Cole Anthony, 4th personal foul, 5th team foul. Shooting for Washington, Monte Morris, taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. And so Washington takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Brad. Every defensive wrinkle they could think of, they threw at you tonight, the doubles, the traps, but I know that's nothing new for you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and it's only going to get tougher. But I'm confident in myself and my game, so you know, the more the merrier.
Maybe they'll quintuple team you next time. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole